What up, YouTube? This is GeoStealth R1. What are we doing today? So, a few updates and upgrades have to be done to this. I ended up ordering more parts for my TRAXXAS Sledge. One of the main things that I've been looking at in a lot of the groups, other YouTube videos and stuff like that, is the fact that the servo on this thing is extremely strong, but very slow. So I decided to upgrade my servo to this bad boy right here, 600 series, 600 ounces of torque, 0.13, and it should be all good to go. Metal outside casing. The part number would be, here we go, 2280. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be installing. They said this is a must. There's many other companies. I ended up going with the TRAXXAS one. They said this is a must to throw onto the TRAXXAS Sledge. And as a bonus, I'm going to throw on the shock caps. The shock caps that came in black. Part number is 9664A. So let's take off the body. I'm going to probably have to take off the wheels because it's going to be very heavy. And let's start this install. Alrighty, so I'm going to have to remove the main screw over here. Just take out the servo horn. What number are you? Here's a good question. This is 2275. Now, from what I understand, that is a lot of torque that's in there. Yeah, but I do want it to be strong, but also fast. I'm going to have to unscrew a lot of things underneath here to release the battery tray. Also, I'm going to have to unscrew a whole bunch of things when it comes down to my receiver box. I'm going to start doing that right now. This shouldn't be too crazy because all my cabling is running down underneath. It shouldn't be that much of a task to do when I'm doing this install. I do like this metal. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't wait to install this because people that have installed the better servo said it's night and day. So yeah, let's start that. I'm gonna start unscrewing things that I have to unscrew, and then we're gonna see how it looks with everything disassembled. Just to give you a heads up, if you do have the chassis protector, it's going to be a lot more screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more screws than what's initially done. So let's take out these 8 screws and then start working on the battery tray and the receiver box. Alrighty, so here we go. I got both sides disconnected. Primarily what I want to do is I want to release this servo, run the line all the way down to here, come across underneath this channel, come underneath into where I'm able to just disassemble the receiver box and plug it into there. Yeah, so you got channel 1, which has 2 ports. We're gonna run this thing down there. It should be a couple of 4 screws over here. I gotta take off that servo horn, and then let's get this thing installed. Alrighty, so just to give you guys a heads up, I just want you to see what it looks like. Wow, really nice. A question that was asked, is this the same length as what's initially installed there? And yes, it is. It is the same length. I think maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, it's going to run all the way back to the receiver box right there. We're going to connect everything. I have not thrown the servo horn in there because I want to make sure that everything lines up correctly. So let me install this whole thing back together since it's all apart, and we'll see exactly what it can do. All right, so here we go. It is installed. It took a little bit longer because I had to do that chassis plate underneath, but it was installed, and we are going to do a little bit of a bonus. We are going to install the aluminum shock caps. The shock caps are part number, I ended up going with the black one, 9664A. Alright, so as I disconnected it and I noticed the inserts, I need to take out the bladder, put it back in there, and then I think I'm gonna need a little bit more oil in this. I'm not too sure what it comes with, but I'm gonna have to do all that, make sure everything is on point, and I'll do it to all 4. Just to give you a heads up, there is a massive height difference between the 2. It should not mess up any integrity when you install it, but There is a height difference. You're gonna notice that, which is cool because I get to see more of my red aluminum over there. So, yep, let's keep it moving. Alrighty, so you see the front done, the rear is completely done. You're probably wondering why I have my shock covers just set up this way. Um, Pretty much the way I have it set up is that I want you to see me coming, and I want you to see me going. So let's add on another bonus to this video. Alrighty, so here's the bonus. This is the RPM front bumper for the TRAXXAS Sledge. Part number is 70982. And from what it looks like, it's going to be like 7 screws, roughly. I'm going to say 7 screws. So let's start disassembling it. I'm going to have to take apart underneath over there, which are my 5 that are going to be set up over there. I got to install these, and let's start the install. Alrighty, so let's look at the product right here. Here's the bumper. We're going to be attaching the 2 bumper components right there that are going to be attached with 5 screws underneath and the 2 screws with the nuts to attach the bumper itself onto the plate. But then it also comes with this hinge pinned retainer, and that's going to be installed. Once I take this out, I have to install this onto there just to hold all my pins and everything like that. So I'm going to be utilizing the same screws. So let's just disassemble this whole thing and see how that looks, what we're going to be putting this on. Alrighty, so I installed the hinge pin retainer first. I utilized the same 2 screws that were initially on here for this bumper. And once I put the hinge pin retainer, you should be able to utilize the other 5 screws that are over here to adapt the bumper. But I do want to get the that's the skid plate. I do want to get the bumper on before I attach the skid plate onto it. So I'm going to start doing that. It's just 2 screws and 2 nuts, and let's install that bumper, and then we'll install into the RC, and we'll see how this whole thing ended up coming out visibly. Alrighty, so here we go. I got everything out, everything back on. Finally, I think this is probably going to be the last upgrade I'm going to do on this Sledge, because everything that I wanted to do was not going to be as cosmetic as I wanted it to be. I just wanted to make it a lot stronger. The RPM bumper came out really cool. It's very subtle. As I take off the body, I can come across. And there's my Dusty Motor shroud. There is the new Servo right there. And also there's the way the RPM bumper looks. And then the shock caps are dope on the front and the rear. But yeah, this is what this right now, as from what I'm looking at, other than me getting maybe turnbuckles in the near future with the discount that TRAXXAS is having, this is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys loved this update of an upgrade on the Sledge. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Rate, comment, subscribe. Turn my thumbs up on YouTube. Later.